Alright. Why Larry? I was the one who found the body of the victim, the mask, too. Besides him was the samurai sword glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the steel samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect Larry Butts, in here too.
Is it a little bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership?
But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
I'm back.
Oh, hello.
What's happening?
Nothing.
It keeps flickering. It keeps like turning the power on and off, which includes the internet. Internet takes a little longer to come back on though. But I'm still kicking.
I swear to God, I thought I just heard wind in the background. I was like, are you sure you're safe?
I mean, it's like 70-mile-per-hour winds right now. It's crazy.
Have you hitched down your house yet?
Yeah, everyone across
Might be a little late to do so
everyone
now,
across
but
from us lost power. Somehow we haven't. It flickers though, and it's scary, but somehow we're still kicking. I don't know how.
if you're alluding for his reason for being by the chimney, we've already established that. He's horny on Maine.
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? But I hate him.
You're accusing me of fabricating evidence.
You think I could believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do.
I haven't forged anything since that sword. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors.
But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy?
Larry, I can agree, but because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you. Or me, for that matter. He's a whore.
But
I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. He hates me with his whole pussy. It's fitting because he's a bottom.
no, you're a bottom.
Have you seen your hair lately?
Have you seen your hair lately?
Yes, this is the haircut of the top. Yours looks like it's neatly ready for someone to place their ass atop.
No, that's just your hair. No one gets their hair that patted down like that and not expect to be a Ooh.
Someone about to say the slur.
No.
You called.
I had to stop myself.
Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. I'm serious. It's like perfectly suited to be a chair.
Hold it!
Nope.
Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood.
Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and the smell of blood, of course. And according to the test, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it's pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with a sword.
I'll beat you to death with a sword. Beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let it slip by.
Besides him with the samurai sword covered in the victim's blood, I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing. Haha. Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Objection!
I can't believe it.
You know what this is, Agent Lang?
It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down, spears are the weapon of hero throughout history.
Spear of Justice. Dun, 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 dun.
What shit heroes you have.
Doesn't your steel samurai uses his main weapon as a spear?
Duh! It's different. He has superpowers, you don't. Eat my ass.
This is why Jammin' Ninja's peak. His main weapon's a guitar.
Shut.
Also, Neo, it's you, before you die.
Oh shit. It's the next most effective weapon after the whip.
No, the next effective weapon after the whip is the nene.
Sorry, I was thinking of this one fucking...
Oh, crap on a cracker. The alchemy cards are being revealed for Duskmorn.
Thinking about that one Punch-Out character that fucking cheats.
All of them?
No, just one. At least some of them play by the rules. This one literally just cheats. He headbutts, elbows, pulls out a weapon.
Have you forgotten where Tiger Ali Singh teleports?
Hey,
I don't think that's regulation.
it's regulation for whatever he does.
It's so dark I can't even see how hard the wind is blowing.
And besides, this isn't the first time Little Mac fought people with superpowers.
Isn't he literally in the first game? You literally mean it to be the first time he faced someone with superpowers?
Well, I'm talking... Well, technically, yeah, but I'm talking about reboot Little Mac. And I'm pretty sure...
This doesn't help your case.
Let me finish! God.
I think the whip is in a slightly different category.
Punch-Out Part 2 takes place in space, and Little Mac has to fight aliens. And that was regulated by the W... I don't know...
WE, brother!
I don't know the punching, I don't know the boxing regulation... The boxing, like,
Basically.
company that hosted that shit. So what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is a real weapon?
No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
He's one of my favorites, Mac. Pulls out the way it's bent?
The wind is making spooky noises now.
It's Silent Hill where you're at.
I could hear that, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you hear the. Yeah,
You
'cause
could
it's
not
going through
pay
the
me to live
screens.
in fucking Florida.
Oh, don't worry. In a couple of years, it won't exist.
Precisely.
See, Edgewood agrees. He hates
Just let it
Florida.
exist long enough so I can get out of here.
Apparently a certain troublemaker hit it against the wall and is set to see earlier. As you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow.
Ooh. Ooh. It's fucking windy.
Let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death.
Ooh. I just want this wind to be over.
And yet, there's not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that, huh, bitch?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah! The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easily.
Jesus.
Why would they make them out of better stuff because the spear got bent? I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show.
The Steel Samurai special move was changed tonight because of him.
Oh, he's pissed.
How
Larry!
could you?
Larry, they won't find the body, Larry!
Ouch!
That small isn't enough of your whiny whimpering. Whiny
Hit him
whimpering.
harder.
Now, back on the topic of the spear.
Yes, let's return to a real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy, per se. So all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever. I am not smart.
Dope.
Ugh.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it's best for us if it remains unbroken. But no one should have conceived the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Damn.
What a foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose.
Oh my god!
Oh, hi, Mom.
No.
Mom, you wanna say hi to the group and do your Francisca voice? While we're here, before the power goes out. I'm surprised. Like, the storm surge isn't even a threat at all. It's not even over the deck. You wanna say this line?
Job with prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
I'll keep the door open just so I know.
So you know when the power goes out.
I mean, it hasn't gone out for a while. Like, not in the last few minutes. Yeah. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory.
Here's the door. Keep it under the light. Go on.
Okay.
Jar.
That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. If that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth.
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor.
Silence, bottom.
But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we
Since
expire.
when do you appeal to humanity?
I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that this sword was used in such a way that the attack killed the Mask 2 without bending it. So what do you think of my hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need.
Of course! What I need is evidence that you can't refute. I'm fucked.
Damn.
This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. I'm gonna shave your sideburns.
Fuck off! I'll eat your neck!
That's my line, huh?
It's possible to use a samurai sword to kill someone. Wait, what? Wait, did I say sword? Okay, so I thought... never mind. Under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion will fall onto the owner of said weapon?
How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory?
As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we left unturned. And
Frank Stone walks in.
And we managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. that the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is the sword.
You have no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
If you got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Wow.
Hold it!
The only place where you could have found blood was on the samurai sword.
That's right. Even with luminol. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I already outlined.
Objection. That's not right.
If you believe there's no other door of possibility left to open, you're a poopy head.
Don't.
Then allow me to force one open on it for you.
It is just complete darkness outside. I can't even tell what's happening.
Silent
Saying
Hill.
is, what you're saying is, Neo, is darkness imprisoning you, all that you see,
Although I see
absolute
absolute
dark.
horror.
And how do you plan to do that?
Living in Florida, for one.
Duh.
By showing us what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
The real
Feel
murder
good.
weapon? I hate to repeat myself. But my men have already searched every last inch of the embassy. And they concluded that nothing else could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis?
Yes! Because it's not possible for your men to have inspected everything in their investigation.
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slender my men.
I'll slender your men all I want until I find all 8 pages.
Slender your men.
You know what? Fuck you. Unslender's her man. I'm not slandering them, I assure you.
Find my 8 pages, Edgeworth.
Oh, they did. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck! I'm merely pointing out that their investigation, Dragnet, has a few holes in it. Namely, But there's something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. My Butterfinger.
Yeah.
And that item is the real murder weapon.
Alright then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed... This real weapon that killed the Mask 2. What exactly is it?
Take that!
The national treasure of Alabast.
You mean the Primaduck statue?
Yes, and you may know the only ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it. Correct?
You know very well that we did that. There'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of
Oh, good, I love
Alabast and the
those.
Republic of Bal. The two-country precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined.
Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there's only one conclusion I can draw from that.
Go look for Ambassador Alaba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue.
Shifu! You can't listen to this infidel's words. He is most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please, let's be rational about this.
Langzi says, just go already!
Bro, I swear to God, if... Like, the power isn't flickered at all. But, like, I swear to God, like, if I go to sleep tonight, and then I wake up and there's no power, I'm gonna be very upset.
Are you ready for Comcast again?
I'm not on Comcast anymore, actually. We're on Quantum Link, or Quantum Fiber, or whatever it is. Quantum Fiber.
Comcast?
It does feel like that sometimes.
Yes, sir. Shifu!
Yeah?
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Prevenu statue.
I see.
Wait! But then, the investigation is still at a standstill! Agent Lang! I will go and speak with the ambassador personally!
Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie. But I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know?
Agent Lang.
What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already.
I'm going to sick old bag on you. A fate worse than death.
True.
What? But Chifu! What about causing an international incident?
Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later. Okay.
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine. So if someone is to take responsible, let it be me.
Responsibility? You're going to talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'll be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then, let's talk and more investigating.
Bottom. If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. DS puzzle go!
Ah!
Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol. Chemiluminescent tests on the statue.
A luminol test. Ah, good thinking. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here.
They can touch it. It's their fault, they did it.
Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real weapon that killed the mask too.
I'm looking at a weather map and there's literally just this one strip that just won't disappear that's over us right now. Just like one thin strip that's like placed directly over us. Like,
You know, I could
stop
say,
it.
I could
Leave
say,
us alone.
I could say something about that, what it is, because of Milton's face, Hurricane Milton's face, but I'm not gonna say it.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Damask too, so the charge remains.
We are hardly done examining this statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real weapon, I believe further investigation is required.
Heh, you think so? Okay, then knock yourself out!
Knock myself out, huh? I don't have a belt.
But... What do we have here? This dirty smudge. It looks like a handprint. What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we got some fingerprints to analyze. Me looking at Rosie. What's a tall, sexy cannibal like you doing all the way out here?
It's flickering again. Ugh, it's flickering. Guys, if I die...
What?
I don't know.
Okay, so if you hear the opening notes of Shatter, just play dead. Just play dead. The Y6 won't kill you if you pretend you're already dead.
I am still so shocked we have not lost power. It is still pitch black outside. Can't even see anything.
What?
My brain just shut off for a second there. Hold up.
It's okay.
Galum! Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. It looks like it's too late for me to do anything about it now. I mean, was they wearing gloves?
Yeah. Hey, Florenz. Forensic. I want... I fucked it up. Hey, Forensic. I want results on these fingerprints ASAP, you hear me?
I'll show you a sap.
Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir.
Thanks, Florence.
Thanks, Florence.
Good. And?
Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the
Bobblies.
Bubbly's embassy? Prints belong to him. To Mr. Manny Cochin, sir.
But that... What's going on around here?
No! That's impossible! Each primitive statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But the fact that Mr. Cochran's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babadol's primitive statue!
Impossible! It can't be!
Calm your tits! Larry never once set foot on Babali's soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed within Alabastine's knife by an Alabastian knife in Babalil. And Damask too was killed on Alabastian soil with Babalil's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagrasu, who visited both countries. Pieces were there, but I had to see the bigger picture. I did see the big picture as they were formed. Oh, there they go.
Yep.
I left the Mask 2 investigation to Francesca and returned to Babalil. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into the Babalil statue.
Mr. Edgeworth!
So, okay, what's the situation?
Oh, it's great investigating is so much... It's so much... Wait. Oh, it's great! Investigating is so much fun.
Help me! Help me!
Gumshoe was kind of worthless, not gonna lie.
I've done nothing but all the hard work, all the heavy lifting, every single goddamn phone call. You know how stressful that shit is? In other words, they've made absolutely no progress. We weren't goofing off! Honest, sir! We've been investigating our hearts out! Kalima! Kalima!
Yeah.
Where the hell did you get a human heart? Very well then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation? Oh, we've had a really fun time, sir. I knew it. Zero progress.
You're going to the Shadow Realm.
In any case, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir! You have permission to enter the Alabastian Embassy, is that correct? Yep! As a local detective, I'm helping with the investigations on both sides, sir! Wedgie. Oh. Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you.
Dope.
They belong to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask. The Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that was also playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday. Oh, understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. And if I don't, guess I'll unload them somewhere. He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her, but I can't blame him. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore now.
What? Are you really going to throw that autograph away?
I saw the devil who made it. Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Steel Samurai autograph scrunched up into a ball and disposed of.
Wait, what? What do you mean by fake?
Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Ring evidence has been rearranged. Have fun, dipshit. Mr. Edgeworth! You look like you're enjoying yourself, detective. Stop that immediately. I don't have much else I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? My salary's getting cut 40 times!
That's unfortunate.
Help! Skipper, you are muttering a lot.
That's why I sent him to the Shadow Realm.
Ah, well. Power! I take it he has found nothing of any particular use, as usual. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! Got something really interesting from Ambassador
Polano? Polino?
Oh, what is that something interesting?
I think it's Polino.
This, more like just tripped over. Is that a Coronis
No,
rain?
no, it's from, Babal. Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there.
No, the real treasure's the one with the friends we made along the way.
True.
Why does the flame burn green, detective? So apparently if you burn the special white crystal oil that they only make in Babal, it burns this green color, sir. Interesting. It's a special property of the oil. Suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babal should the oil run out.
Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes?
They stuck some cutouts outside of the lantern so it project the images. Oh? Silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? What are you doing? What? Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. You think you can do that much? No, I'm useless, pal. I mean, I got it, sir.
Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff?
I'm guessing Neo's power is gone for good.
Yuck.
Ah, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. Me!
I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant!
I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this.
We're gonna bicker like babies. Hey, you're not
I'm
going back to
fucking kill you.
Hey, you're not going back to Alabas already, are you? Well, I was actually trying to walk past you two.
No, not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information first.
My wife. My wife.
Ah, so you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? Wah-wah-wee-wah. You must be tired. Here, with these you can eat whatever you like. And these are discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern, however these coupons do nothing for me right now.
Stop giving us shit.
No, suffer, drown. You're going to drown in the savings. This open-air stage, what function does it serve exactly? Serve, it's an inanimate object, it cannot serve.
No.
Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract an extra bit of attention to Babal. I heard that tonight over at the Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And you know what, man, he told her I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that? Yeah, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. My wife.
My wife.
Because of the fire that Yatagrasu started. Exactly.
Oh god, Discord is selling water.
Ambassador Poliano, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Primitive statues. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabaster Babal used to be one country known as Cadopia? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the primitive statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least that's how the story goes.
I'm just gonna be thinking about your voice all day, man.
Why? That's weird. That's a weird thing to say out loud.
Because all the character you're... I'm gonna think about you and your Paulino voice, because that is a really good voice you're doing.
It was bequeathed unto the king of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. It sort of is born out, sort of becomes Swedish.
Yeah!
So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it. Yeah, that's right. Which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. But if Alabasta and Bubba were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to your squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Prima statue is more important now as a key to diplomacy. What if Ambassador Poliano knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy? Perhaps I should try to show him this key and see what he has to say about it.
What?
Ambassador Poliano, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yeah? Oh, don't worry. You can ask me more than one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Baba Hell, yes? Yeah? Thank you. But just one thing is all I require.
Stop giving me savings.
We pass the savings on to you until you fucking drown in them. Manny Cochrane, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary.
Bruh.
Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. If there was anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in the smuggling ring under my nose, going completely unnoticed. I knew nothing. Yeah, you need to stop believing in me. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. It sounds like Mr. Cochran had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became the Babali's representative at the Country Unification Council. He's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, well, you see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch. Our two countries were to reunify and become one again. But I guess how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not.
Okay, buddy, let's ask about your statue here.
Ambassador Poliano, if you could please take a look at this for me. The primitive statue sitting in Alabasta right now actually belongs to Babalu. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier. And you will understand why I wish to inspect Baba Hall's primitive statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession... Yeah, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it is definitely Alaba's statue. I know, because it's the real statue. Then you're saying that Baba Hell's was a replica? I'm embarrassed to say that it's true. Even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received orders from my leaders. My orders from the leaders of Babal. And I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue. We could not determine which statue was the real one.
Hold it!
Why are you telling me this? Because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Baba Hell were to lose face, the reunification of the countries is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? Oh God! Oh no!
Trick question. I'm not answering that. I don't want to get into
You don't
politics.
know yourself, and I won't pretend to know either. Oh.
Nope. No, that's Wendy left.
Another one bites the dust.
Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust.
Oh. Neo is posted in, Ding Dong. Turns out that's enough signal to say that the powered internet is out. If it wasn't apparent enough already, I'm gonna try and get some sleep soon and not waste my phone battery.
Got it.
I never thought that being betrayed by my own secretary, that was reading the wrong voice, real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic?
Hey, where are you going? Aren't you heading back to Alabas? How did you teleport from here to here?
Bamf. We are not getting Nightcrawler in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Maybe when the X-Men MCU movie happens. In 2027. Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened.
Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country?
That's the gist of it. Baba Hell is just as strict as Alabast. In their inspection of the people and things that enter their country. Meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries.
You mean the fake yatagrasu?
In one way or another, the yatagrasu is connected. Of this, I am sure. Now then, where was the yatagrasu first spotted? What if it was the Rose Garden on the Alabastian side of the embassy? Oh, wait. Damn it.
You got so many characters.
The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Alabaster Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least, that's why I heard the yatagrasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post-haste.
Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it?
My guess is that it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it will be of any use?
There's a little water on it, but how did the water get on it? Doesn't look like there's anything that could get wet around here.
I was thinking that... What?
Not even I can. Fucking boyfriend has been missing for fucking ages now.
Yeah. I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open air stage from time to time, right?
Alright, I'll find its owner later.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this?
What is it?
It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time. Alright, now we need to find a bloodhound.
Thank you. I'll be honored. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. You wanna stop right now? Cause, you know, considering, you know, Neo's,
Actually... no. Since, they said themselves we can, like, continue without them, so...
Fair enough. I think I'll be returning to the investigation in Alabas now, but...
I know. I know. I'll go back to Babal and do some more investigating there. Oh. Hey Skipper, if you stop yapping, I'll let you voice Francisca.
I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. You're back, Miles Edgeworth. How are you?
You don't have to repeat yourself every time. I can hear you. You don't need to double speak.
Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy with that night.
The investigation into Manny Cochran's Kochin's death hasn't progressed any.
Stop calling me Manny Cochran, you purple bitch.
I was calling you Cochran, like Johnny Cochran.
Well, that's
You
not
know,
my name.
the famous lawyer who got off O.J. Simpson.
Well, that's not my name. Bleh.
You talk a lot for a dead person. Keep it up, and else, and your name will become Cockring. However, the investigation into the yatagrasu has.
Ah, yes, the yatagrasu. Even though I find it hard to believe, a person who can freely traverse between the two countries with real.
Well, that's what I came to here to investigate. And this is where the witnesses claim to have seen the yatagrasu.
That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight here in Alibaba. And that's when the yatagrasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared and just suddenly vanished. After that, there was a fire at the Babalese embassy that the yatagrasu started.
I vow not a single feather from the yatagrasu shall escape my diligence.
Have you finished checking out all the bystanders?
Yeah. MIB. Yes, sir.
That's mass.
Yes, yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and one person ran a light, sir.
Kill that man that ran that light. Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case.
Sir, not a single thing, sir. Oh, there's Skipper now.
Duh.
There they back.
Okay. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct.
Agent Lang.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor.
I'd just like to thank you for your assistance earlier.
Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did.
That's just too damn bad.
Let's scratch your shoulder. Scratch, scratch. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, please.
After I left, did you
Flash blaster.
receive word from from Ambassador Alba?
We're too wrapped up our bodyguard assignment at the end of the day. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. So I could be so easily called away from this case after I come so far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You were me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the yatagrasu appeared, correct?
Yeah, I saw the thief alright, with my own 2 eyes. The yatagrasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of, "It's the yatagrasu" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out, and by the time we got the area lit again, the deaf thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain, the yatagrasu was here.
So you're saying that basically all you saw was the thief's silhouette.
Yes.
If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else.
Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members.
Among us!
Among it. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right! We're gonna finish this case, and it's gonna be the imposter.
Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance.
It's not just for aesthetic. This pool's water is also used in putting out fires. What's this?
You mean they don't have fucking fire extinguishers here?
I guess not.
I see. Oh!
Me walking out here. God, I'm thirsty. Dumps head in the pool. Oh, that was good. Too bad it's just flowers in it. Too bad it's just poisonous flowers in it, though.
The pool stopped filling itself automatically.
The fountain sprouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level.
If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Which suggests this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. Gee, I wonder how!
Yeah.
Guess I'll take some notes about it, just in case.
What the fuck?
Ah!
How dare you surprise me like that?
I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there.
I'm going to put your head underwater now.
Hey, Larry, you know Silent Hill 2, right? You're about to get the in-water ending, and I'm gonna force it on you.
Hey! Hey, Butts, did you know that water is 100% harder to breathe than air? Want to test this theory? Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment.
I know that! Do you really think I'm the type of just jump into a pool and swim around for fun?
Yes! Alright then, did you by chance fall into the pool?
Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Edgy?
No.
Don't, it's okay, Larry. Don't, it's okay, Larry didn't fuck. He's talking about the Iron Infant.
Your son?
I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I
You imbecile! How can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway?
Huh? Oh, how old is he again? Oh god.
Larry, this is the first time I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother?
The mother? Oh, that chick. The pink princess. Yuck. I can't believe Larry butt fucked old.
Princess?
Hold it! Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this word's man for a bit there. However, I believe what he's looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant.
Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron
I'm going to strangle you with those big ropes you carry on your back.
And the Iron Imp is my cute little son.
You are giving a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Howling fool.
Larry, we have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. But rest assured, should we find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there!
Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. I hope he drowns in there.
Hey, Atlas.
Hey, Mass.
Neo's in the middle of a hurricane.
Yeah, I remember them telling us.
Hey! Wait! Ugh. Well, it's not like he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. Maybe he'll drown.
We can only hope.
And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows a lot about... knows how to cause a lot of trouble. The statue bears a resemblance to the Primadou statue.
The plaque says, King Primidux in the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primidux put his life on the line and went to war.
So Primidu was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from ancient legend.
Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed.
I suppose there's that too. Why do I hear the Dead by Daylight theme?
Dup.
A statue of a woman, one of the lady. I wonder if the lady is pouring water.
It says that it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primidu. Well, Miles Edgeworth, seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's thoughts.
Yeah, Edgeworth. She really did.
If I opened my mouth about a statue and she somehow made a leap to that. The sudden appearing and disappearing shadow of the yatagrasu. I believe I figured out its true origin.
I expected no less from my subordinate. Now let's hear what you know about on the subject. What really cast the shadow of the yatagrasu?
Take that!
The sudden appearing and disappearing shadow of the yatagrasu. Is it not possible that it was created by this statue?
Objection!
Are you putting me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the statue of the yatagrasu.
You are correct, however the statue is but one part of the whole picture.
What do you mean by only one part?
What is the other part of the real form of the yatagrasu statue?
Well, if we go over here...
I just realized we're playing a Capcom game. We're about to see a shadow puzzle.
Yeah...
Get Resident Evil'd.
Ah.
Another statue?
The yatagrasu statue was made from the shadows of these two statues.
The statue of the yatagrasu statue? Holy shit.
Maid, what do you mean by that?
Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. It's because they were moved when the guests were in a panic state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared,
You believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagrasu shadow?
precisely. And what does it reveal the true form of the yatagrasu? If we first set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of King Primadou in the battlefield, the shadow of the king statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage.
Oh my god.
Likewise, if we set up a light on the queen who spoke love to King Primadou, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage.
This really is the year of shadows.
Ah, so if you were to combine the two shadows, it looks nothing like the Yatagrasu shadow.
It looks like a fucking walrus. No wait, not walrus, a narwhal. No wait, not a narwhal. Fucking
How do you explain this grotesque shape?
yeah, a narwhal.
Causing a commotion because they are so awesome. It really did cause a commotion because it was so awesome.
I hate
Calm
narwhals.
down, Francisca! The way the light needs to be shown on the queen statue is wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Are you familiar with Resident Evil? Do you
Yeah.
believe the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work? However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used part of her shadow.
Only one part?
Yes, and that one part alone is enough to fill in most of the Yatagrasu's shadow.
Why did you say that in the first place?
You're right. I apologize. For absolutely nothing.
Dope. Why are you making me look like an idiot? Oh,
Good.
What part of the queen's statue is used to complete the Yatagrasu shadow?
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Take that!
Think back to what is missing in our shadow. Five long, thin areas, correct? Now, what does that remind you of?
Hmm.
That's right, it can only be the shadow of the Queen's left hand. Francisca, could you please adjust the spotlight's position? It only shines with the Queen's left hand.
Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. It's...
Yeah, it is exactly like the shadow I saw.
I keep hearing this tune, this no combination. Oh, you know what I hear?
What?
Well,
Oh my god.
another Capcom game. And this is technically plausible for. The culprit must have changed the spotlight positioning beforehand. And then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guest must have moved the spotlights around. You in here about to start a riot.
Well.
He ain't my boy, but the brother is heavy! Which we can assume is also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the yatagrasu shadow had vanished. Which means the shadow was a Oh.
Definitely.
You are doing so well.
Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. Very...
So you see, the yatagrasu never did visit Alabas tonight. The only other country the thief visited was Babel, although it can be assumed. The yatagrasu had an accomplice in Alabasta.
An accomplice? But who?
I don't know.
I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show.
Small size of
I sense the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice.
How'd the investigation going?
Detective Bad, have you come to join us and investigating the yatagrasu?
I heard that name a lot. My ears were on fire. I had to come.
Gross.
I left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the yatagrasu. So yes.
So, what have you found out?
I got a piece of evidence.
May I see it?
Sure, but you might regret it.
We were here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So if you please.
When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist. She gave me an interesting picture.
A journalist?
Well,
That's right, bitches, I'm back!
well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her.
What in the world? Oh god, it's DL6 again, DL6 again!
It looks like a toupee.
Yatagrasu is flying through the air!
Thanks, Microsoft.
The times, they are
Oh,
changing.
the times they are a-changin'.
It's not just man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now.
When was this photo taken?
Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. Wars have changed. It's no longer about nations, ideology, or ethnicity. It's an endless series of proxy battles fought by mercenaries and machines. Oop, okay.
And that's enough waxing poetic. I see. So this was taken after the fire.
The blur in this picture took off from the Babalese embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Alabas.
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight.
Sorry to break it to you, Fran.
Is that a fact?
I need to get Sparkling Zero so I can just play as Force Form Janimba.
I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once.
Actually, come to think of it, I come across a case like that as well. Two, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe it happens more often than we think.
Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the yatagrasu took off from the Babalese embassy, so we should start from there. Francisco, I need to return the Babal investigation for a bit.
All right. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building.
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation. Jab, jab.
Jab, 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 jab. Jab, jab.
Yes, that's...
Going back to another country. Let's go.
I better get frequent flyer miles for this shit.
Man, that flight sure took us some time. To think, after all that running around, we're right back where we started.
It would appear that way. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. found Manny's killer yet. I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Poliano, but I have yet to find his killer. And I guess his murder really was the work of the yatagrasu.
Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake yatagrasu. The real yatagrasu. The real yatagrasu is a noble vigilante who's only out to steal the truth. Have you seen Catwoman? They're like Catwoman.
Got their power from a stray cat.
Yeah.
Played by Holly Berry.
Yeah. God, that origin is so fucking
Terrible,
weird.
written so fucking poorly that most people refuse to believe, refuse to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Miss Faraday, please don't make me make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright?
Mr. Poliano. I'm hot. Yeah, you are.
Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure, please feel free to investigate at your heart's content. Also, there's a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. If it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything.
Thank you, Mr. Poliano. You're a total gentleman.
You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss.
Hey, Sir Poliano.
Those two sure got chummy awfully quick.
You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin?
We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that the person I was chasing is Mr. Cochin's killer.
We don't know that yet, however, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key the yatagrasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Mr. Yu is also somehow involved.
I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Cochin's killer.
Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. Speaking of the yatagrasu and mysteries, I received the most mysterious photo from Detective Bad.
Uncle Bad? He's taking part in the investigation too?
Yes, he's been chasing after the Yatagrasu for all these years.
Uncle Bad.
Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire.
What? This kinda looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean that I was chasing the fake yatagrasu after all?
I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either.
But this
Except for the company, people can fly.
Yeah. But this could be how that person escaped.
Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. Ugh. One second.
Gotcha.
Caffeine! Ah, I need my soda. Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask about your movements before the fire broke out. Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about? Which one? There was more than one tonight. Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the Babali's embassy tonight. What a bother all of that was.
Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jammin' Ninja show.
And I wish I was in there instead of watching the Jammin' Ninja show.
Fuck you.
Ah, well, the first occurred at the start of the Jammin' Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of the embassy caught fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it eternal. The flames, we mean. We kept them all inside. It's very impressive work. Then the fire after the Gem and Ninja show was the second one of the night. You should have told me it was happening. I would have leapt in.
Gab.
Exactly. So the fire I witnessed was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire? When was this photo taken?
Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out.
I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out.
So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire? Someone did not like this countryside.
The second fire was contained to this floor and the third floor. I think it was left over embers from the fire and the floors above that caused it. That's... how should we put it? A very bad stroke of luck. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here. And Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye.
I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Poliano.
Oops! Don't get me going on and on. Now then, what was it that you wanted to ask again? We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were. And if you happen to know what Mr. Cochin's actions and whereabouts were as well. Yes, very well. Let's see. I've been quite busy all day. Wait, that's the wrong ways. Yes, very well. Let's see. I've been quite busy all day from morning until now. First, I woke up and brushed my teeth, and after that, I had a roll for breakfast. Fascinating. How about we just skip to the relevant parts for me? Oh, you like a condensed version? Oh, alright, I can do that for you. First, my mother and my father had the boinky boinky.
These are the highlights of my life. My mom and dad had sex. You remember your mom and dad having sex?
You don't? So what did Mr. Cochin and you do this morning? Well, originally they were supposed to meet to shake hands with the Jammin' Ninja.
Lucky bastard.
I'm going to kill myself. Jammin' Ninja's life serves no purpose. He should kill himself. Now.
Well...
But Maddie and I wanted to turn into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochin's office? Why were you not cleaning your own? Oh, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. Which is why both the Prima statue and the Baba's knife set are down here. I see. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files that were no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace.
I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain though, huh?
Ah, about that. I kinda forgot to clean the ashes out. I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me. An ambassador like yourself has been the one on the receiving end of the secretary's anger. Oh, he was very good at being very mad. Even just this morning, he got mad at me. I spilled some Baba Lee's ink on the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. And he got mad at me, saying that I should treat the ink with more respect.
Oh.
Talk about the boss getting bossed around.
That's just Phoenix on a daily basis.
That's about it for what we did this morning, just some cleaning. Don't tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all.
You're kind of my only work, Mr. Edgeworth. You keep on taking my coupons. Here's another set of coupons.
Oh, pardon me.
Your excuse.
Now then, could you tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon? Well, Manny and I went down together to the Therium Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. I wanted to hang myself. You take that back! You take that back! After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So we were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. Oh, I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'll be right back.
No, 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 no. Just have to swim back. Acting dumb.
What are you talking about?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Mass to get back.
Well, where is he, by the way?
He said he'd be back, he had to go check something, but I don't think he'll be back enough in time.
Prepare to die.
What are you doing?
I'm just playing Splatoon.
Oh. A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater. Because I would take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Alba, Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammin' Ninja. You seem to be rather overworked for an ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Yeah, that's right. The next time I saw him. He was lying there in an eternal sleep. I see. Ambassador Polano, I thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry I couldn't be more of an assistant, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright? We're gonna save here, since it's 11:30.